Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Below. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. This week I wrote a lot of stuff and I don't remember doing that much because I felt like I was really overwhelmed. But hey, whatever, I'll go with it. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome week. It's been action-packed, to say the least, but always a good thing when there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So, I'm going to kick off this week with Shane's article that he wrote about Steven Seagal joining the Expendables 3. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about the Expendables. I enjoyed the first film. The second one I felt was a little bit too much with the cameos and things, but I know the third one's going to be even worse. Now, I don't know how legit all of these cast announcements are. I'm still not sold on the fact that Jackie is actually in the Expendables 3. I don't think he is, to be honest with you. I don't think he's actually confirmed that. He said that he wants to work with Stallone, but I think he wants to do a buddy, not buddy cop, but one of those type of films, not the Expendables. So we'll see, but I just have a feeling Jackie's not in it. But if Steven Seagal's in it, that'd be interesting, especially after the amazing video of him dancing. If you have not seen that, I'll see if I can post a link of it. But yeah, there's a video of Steven Seagal dancing. It's insane. So I'm gonna leave it on that. I'm gonna end it on that note. Also, I wrote about, speaking of dancing and music, not really though. Tiger Chen does not dance in this. He beats the crap out of people. Man of Tai Chi has a music video, and Tiger Chen actually sings the theme to it. It's called Remember Me, apparently, and it's not really that great of a music video. The song's okay. It's not super catchy. At the same time, it does show you more of the action that's going to be in the film, and I'm still really excited for this film. I'm hoping it's going to be really good, but I don't know. I've heard mixed things about it. I know that it did not top the weekend box office in China. It lost to The Blind Detective, I believe. So, anyways, that's stiff competition though. So, still want to check it out and see what it is for myself. But if you guys have seen it, feel free to post in the comments and let me know what you've thought of it or what you think of it, if you're looking forward to it or not. Speaking of looking forward to films, there's also a trailer for Once Upon a Time in Vietnam that came out. Now, a lot of people are excited for this movie. I'm on the fence on it. I don't know why. I feel like on one hand it looks really cool. The premise is cool. This whole Western fusion with monk style, I guess. So it looks really cool. But at the same time, I feel like they're showing the same fights in the trailers, and that may just be because they think they're the cooler fights, but I don't think it's going to be as action-heavy as people think it's going to be. I think it's going to be more story-driven, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying every movie has to have, 47 fights in it. But it's just kind of weird to me that they show, the same maybe 2 or 3 fights in the trailer over and over again. So, it looks good. I'm going to stay a little bit, I guess, stand a little bit back on this one just to see what everybody else says about it, but it looks like a good movie, and hopefully if I set the bar lower than high, I'll be more excited when I actually do watch it, because there's been a couple times I've been burned by movies that I get super excited about, and then they don't live up to my own level of expectation, so I'll leave it low for now. But anyways, I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, so there is a new trailer for that. Alright, next up. Police Story 2013 is almost done with the editing. The director is he posted on, I guess, Weibo. I guess it's our Twitter. Sorry, but that it's almost done. It took 5 months editing. He did it by himself, which is insane. But that's also a good thing, though, because you don't have some assistant editor or somebody else just doing all the stuff, and you get shots that you don't want. So props to him for doing it all by himself. But he said that it's almost done, so I'm hoping that also means that we'll be able to see a trailer here soon. If the film is almost complete, why not? Maybe he'll make the trailer too. That'd be insane if he actually did the trailer itself. But anyways, I wanted to share that it was just a little bit of info. And then also, Jackie is apparently recording the English track for Chinese Zodiac. Now, that does not necessarily mean that it's going to be in the States. That means that any country that speaks English, like the UK or Australia, could get this before we see it in the States, which is not a rare thing, but at the same time, it's if he's going through that trouble, I hope they show it. I don't think it's going to be a theatrical release. I don't think it's going to be anything huge, but it's still interesting and exciting to know that he's at least doing the dub. There's a lot of movies that I have, side note, the Dimension Films movies, now, obviously, hardcore fans know that they're not the best because A, they cut stuff out of it, and B, they don't have like the original audio on it. But a lot of the, I want to say a lot, but not all of them, because I know some of them are different, like Project A is not Jackie, but Jackie does do the voiceovers for some of his American films, like Super Cop, Twin Dragons. So there's a lot of times I'll pick up a movie again just so I can have it in like his dialogue. I know, I'm a nerd. But I do that. I have this like thing where I want every version of a film that I can find. Probably not healthy. But yeah, so anyways, Jackie is recording that in English, and hopefully we'll be seeing it soon. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie or not yet. It got pretty mixed reviews. I liked it, but I didn't love it. There were definitely some shining moments in it. I feel like the movie was overhyped, and I think that led people to, like I said, expect too much of the film, and it just didn't work in the end. And it was a good film. I mean, given Jackie's age, it's an amazing film. But when you think about old school Jackie Chan style and what he's done before, it's not in the top 10 best films ever made, but very entertaining nonetheless. Anyways, I wrote a review about it. I'm going to not ramble about it right now. Okay, so like I said, a bunch of stuff I got to cover. Okay, Fight of the Week. I did The Duel, episode 7, I believe it was, with Vlad and just him being ridiculous. If you have not seen it yet, highly recommend it. And then the teaser or concept footage for Wolf Clan for Clandestine by 1,000 Pounds Action Company. Both very, very good videos. You should check them out. I'm going to leave it at that. It's Fight of the Week. You can always find it on either my website or on the YouTube channel. I think I'm still successfully putting them under the right playlist. So, anyways, check those out. Alright, next up, little bits of footage, I guess teasers. I had teasers for Iceman 3D and Rooftop. Let's go with Iceman first. It's a longer trailer. It shows a lot more of the action. You can clearly tell that they went over budget. Like, it's ridiculous. That bridge, they built it so that Donnie could actually fight on it because they couldn't get a permit to fight on the actual bridge that they wanted to. So they built a friggin' bridge. It's ridiculous. Anyways, so check out the trailer. It's very awesome. Looks good. I don't know how the second part's going to hold up, but we'll see. I mean, trailer's a trailer, and it looks good. I don't know if the 3D was necessary. I feel like 3D is not needed in films. Sorry. I can't really think of too many films that I've watched in 3D, so I guess I can't say too much. Actually, I think the only film I've watched on 3D in the theaters is Toy Story 3. So there you go. I haven't seen Avatar, like, at all, even. So, kind of weird. But, yeah, I'm not a huge 3D person. I feel like it's unnecessary. And I do have a 3DS, and I still play with the 3D off. Because it's really not that huge of a difference to me. Especially for all the effort and time. I would much rather them make choreography and do rehearsals and use that money to do bigger set pieces than to make it look like it's coming out of your face. I mean, and I know that's not exactly how 3D works. It's a whole depth thing, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm rambling. Okay, lastly, on that same day, Scott Adkins will be fighting Wu Jing, which I think is awesome. It's going to be a movie, according to the Scott Adkins fan page, it's Warg, which is W-A-R-G, which is Nordic for a wolf, which is what everybody else is calling it. So, I know that Scott Adkins' fan page is pretty legit on the info that they get. So, it could have been that it's going to be translated to wolf afterwards. But anyways, the fact that he's fighting Wu Jing, I think is amazing. I think that's awesome. And hopefully we'll see him in a bunch of other like Hong Kong films. Because he just did Legendary, which was filmed in China. So, he may be making his step out there. And that would be pretty awesome. So, anyways, alright. I'm rambling, and there's so much stuff to cover. Next up, more footage, or not footage, pictures. I'm getting scrambled. I'm sorry. A Certain Justice with Kung Lee. Got some set pictures of that. It looks good. I don't think it's going to be as amazing as... I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me. I've read some people saying that like they like Kung Lee and they like the films that he's in. But I feel like he still needs that like one thing to get him to stand out compared to everybody else. And I know he's a real MMA fighter, which is great. But he fought in Bodyguards and Assassins. He fought that and that was a pretty good fight. But with the Dragon Eyes, which is the vibe I'm getting from this film, is Dragon Eyes, which I didn't think was all that great. There's a pretty big hurdle that he has to clear. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but given the fact that this is like Kung Lee's passion project. I hate allergies. And he's been working on this since like 2009. I'm hoping the story is actually pretty solid, so we'll see where that goes. But I will definitely keep you guys posted when I learn more about that. And lastly, on the news side of things, there's a film called Monkey the Masked Warrior that's coming out. And a teaser poster, promotional poster, whatever you want to call it, concept poster, conceptual poster, has been released. Not really a lot of news. You can read the synopsis. It's weird. It's about a guy, I forgot, his name is Tai, and then he sells, hang on, I'm gonna get it. He owns a restaurant called Hanuman, and he sells Tom Yum Goong. And I'm just like, wow, that's like really just rubbing Tai in your face, literally, if that's the character's name. But it's supposed to be like, there's a whole story to it, you know, different, there's like this, crap, sorry, okay, so there is, I'm just gonna get it all together now, like a bad corporation, group of people, whatever you want to call them, that's going around convincing people to sell their property, and he doesn't want to, so he becomes a masked warrior, and he fights on people's behalf. I think that's kind of the gist of it. There was something about a fighting ring. I don't remember that much about the plot. I'm sorry. You can check it out in the link. I feel really dumb right now. But the thing is, it's going to be mixing Hong Kong style action with Thai action as well. So it's this kind of collaboration project, and I think it's going to be really cool. But they haven't listed who the main star is going to be. It could be a well-known person. It could be a no-name person. I hope it's a no-name, and that we get somebody new in the genre, because that's always awesome, always refreshing. But you can check out the obviously they can make the poster without anybody, because they just put the mask over their face. So yeah, you can read the rest of that on my site. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. It's just craziness, and it's hot. Like, I'm in my apartment, I'm sweating. AC, I don't think is working all the way. Alright, lastly, did a review for The Master with Jet Li, and I actually found this a couple weeks ago at Movie Stop. I'm starting to like that place. Sponsor, no, it's really cool though, because people sell their old movies that they don't want anymore. So I've been coming across a lot of like old school martial arts films, so it's like, oh, I never had that before, or it's been so long since I've seen it. So I checked out The Master. I don't know what I can say about it. I tried to like express myself in the review. It's one of those so bad it's good movies. Like, I can't in good conscience tell you to go out and buy this film. At the same time, if you want something cheesy and just so dated, it's like so 90s. So many times I was just sitting there just shaking my head and laughing at the same time. It's one of those movies. So don't go into it thinking it's going to be a good film. You may enjoy it more knowing that it's a bad film and that it's awesomely bad. There's a couple movies out there like that, and I think this is one of them. So anyways, you can check out my review. That's everything I did for this week. A lot of stuff I also did not get to cover that hopefully I'll be able to catch up on next week. So looking forward to that. I'm done. Hopefully you guys have an awesome weekend and a great week, and thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I do appreciate it, even though I ramble and I don't know what I'm talking about and I get off of topic. That was topic and subject just combined to topject is what that was. Yeah, it's been a day. So anyways, you guys stay awesome. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is K Miller, and this week has been finished.